Hi, welcome back. My name is Sophie, your companion into the world of Chinese. And today we already have our episode on this chain of words that we came down so far. And because today is a special day, it's Christmas Day, I'm making a special edition to tell you how in Chinese we translate Christmas and how to say Merry Christmas in Chinese. Okay, so wait, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Okay, so let's start with no review, directly 圣诞节快乐. That's the full form of how to say Merry Christmas. 圣诞节快乐, but oftentimes, Chinese, we like to make 4 character forms. So we drop the least informative character here, which is 节. I mean, it's a holiday. Everybody knows it's implied. Just by saying the first 2 letters, we know it's a holiday. So that's dropped. We say 圣诞快乐. Okay, 圣诞快乐 to you. Okay, let's go over each one. 圣is Chinese expression of saint. It came from this pretty complicated character that on the left side, it means the ear. On the right side, it means the mouth. So you have the ear and the mouth over here. And the bottom kind of like this weird shape, right? That abstract into this soil structure in contemporary word, but it's a base. So you have this base, mouth, and ears symbol on it. Simply means if somebody who is good at listening and expressing and talking, that's our standard of a sage. Some wise man, mostly. I mean, there are wise women as well in history, but mostly wise man's work passed down. Okay, no feminism here, but that's just what happened before. So saint in our concept is not religious based, it's pure wisdom based. Chinese culture worship people with wisdom. So whoever are good at listening and speaking. And we have to go even deeper to the sense of listening and speaking. In that, it's not just a good communicator, like somebody who can come up with, good speeches. No, not like that. Listening here means not just listen, it's observation, your input from the outside world. That you have a supercomputer here, you have the right algorithms to extract what's going on in the world, the complexities, right? So you come up with a framework or theory or expressions or teachings to tell the world how you process all kind of situations, how you process that, and how you're going to output, how you decide to respond to the complexities of the world, how you're going to, set yourself straight to a path of being a good person, a good member of society, and all that. So in Chinese history, there are many, many wise old men, right? But people who we regard as the Eastern sage, like kind of our saint figures are only limited, like Confucius, we also have Lao Tzu, right? So they are all people living, 3,000-4,000 years ago. That's the era when people start to, society produces many, many smart men back then to theorize of what's going on in the world, in society, and how to behave ourselves in response. So that's our sage. That, okay, then this word, okay, is, we have an English word, and we talked about how Chinese pronounce it slightly different. So dan is English, right? You have this an sound, but Chinese we have dan, dan. Okay, sheng, dan. And that originally came from this symbol of talking. So we have on the left side, you see the mouse there, right? And then on top of it, there were words. So eventually it was abstracted into just this more simpler, cleaner structure with a dot on the top. And then this, I don't know how to say it. It's kind of like hook with the front and the back end, right? That means speaking, speech. So speech, and the right side is the sound maker, which is always, it's not always, like majority of the time, sound maker takes more space, right? So it doesn't sound like that in today's language by itself. Without the left side, only the right side, the bigger structure here sounds like yan, but somehow it was transformed, borrowed as the sound maker. It means speaking boastfully, like you overpromising, almost like a scammer, or you give you give big words but take little action. Let's say it that way. So it's not really a positive way of speaking, right? Not a responsible way of speaking. And this word somehow was borrowed to become part of this process of birth. My guess is it's somebody who speaks loudly or bigger than themselves. And babies, when they were born, they were making loud noises. And when baby was born, even if it's a small body, it probably created much bigger sound than proportional to the body, right? So that's the moment when one of the few times in your lifetime you really have a big presence, and that's the time when you were born. So that's my interpretation. However helps. 结, okay, so this we talked about, it's the knots on bamboos, because the top means grass. We have this soil, the ground, and then we have things growing from soil. So this is plant-based, right? And bottom is the sound maker. The meaning means the knots. So these are the milestones that we mark throughout our calendar of the year. And so any kind of holiday, we're going to use this word. Okay, so now this is the fun part, how to express 快乐. What is 快乐? How that came into being to express the meaning of happiness. Wow. So 快. Probably by now, if you're following my episodes, this left part is abstraction of the heart, the image of the heart. So it's anything related to your emotion. Sometimes it's cognitive as well, but a lot of time it's an emotion. And the right side is the sound maker. I don't even know how this sounds by itself, but 快 is the whole sound of the word. It's, since it's the emotion, it's the uplifting one. It means happy. But somehow this word also was borrowed to mean some like higher frequency, something soon to come, or you can process something or do something really efficiently, quickly. So it becomes fast, quick. So my theory is, okay, we know higher frequency means positive energy, right? So you have a lot of fast movement and your energy flow just flows, right? So you are more likely to feel happy internally when your energy line up and free flowing, right? So that's my theory of how higher frequency this word means, also borrowed to have, the origin meaning of happy. That's 快乐. Okay, 乐 is another multi-faceted word that have two important meanings. One means joy or happiness. The other one means music. And when it means music, the sound changes, becomes 乐. 乐 is its original meaning. And people use this music to infer to happiness. It makes sense, right? Music is probably one of the most ancient ways of entertaining people. So when people are with music, they're more likely to feel happiness. So that's the word 乐. We often use 快乐, means happy, just state of being happy, or merrymaking, right? However, you can create and generate happy over there too. And let's see, 圣诞快乐 altogether means Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to you. I borrowed an supposedly cave wall painting that shows music making group back then, with long sleeved, kind of like me right now, long sleeved musicians play instruments together. And you can see this drumming set, and there it looks like two persons on each side drumming on it. The reason why I bring up the music picture is because this is one of the very efficient or impactful forms of humans created to make music together. I don't know if, I mean, computers can too, but this is this word 乐, when it was original form means music, looks like this, and that looks just like a drumming set. In ancient times, you see the drums, drum, and the bigger drum in the middle, and they are all staged on top of this frame, and the bottom is wood. It makes sense, right? So most times the drumming set bottom is wood structure, and then you have, I don't know, skins or leathers to create the sound box in different sizes. So you have different pitches of drumming set. So this is music making and merrymaking. I wish everybody here a Merry Christmas. Thank you for your time with me today. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.